What is up, guys? Today we are back with episode 12 of Battle Spot Blast. Today we have a little bit of a different team. I want to try out this Greninja that everyone's been so hyped up about. So that's kind of changing, and we also changed up the team quite a bit from last time. I did quite a bit of like theory crafting and research in this, so hopefully that works out well for me. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. So first off, we see the Aerodactyl, the Blastoise, the Arcanine, the Meowstic, the Virizion, and Hydreigon. So first off, obviously we're going to be taking Sylveon. We're going to take Greninja as well. Because Greninja seems like it's just an all-purpose destructive, like, Pokemon. It's so good. So we're going to do that. To check Virizion, we're going to bring... we could bring Metagross and Dragonite. Or we could... okay, we need to be able to check Arcanine, and I do not have a water move on my Greninja, so it'd probably be best that we end up bringing Lando and Metagross here. Metagross for the pure fact that it's powerful. I mean, it checks Virizion, but that's kind of all it does. I don't know. We can deal with that. It's fine. We got this, guys. We got this, I think. So we're gonna get right into the battle. Hopefully, Joseph here chooses to my advantage. Not sure how it's gonna go, but we do have a pretty strange moveset on the Greninja, and I have a couple reasons for that. I guess I can explain why very soon, but we'll see. Blastoise and Aerodactyl. Okay. I can see that. We're good. Too nervous to eat berries. Oh no. Okay, so we're gonna Hyper Voice right off the bat because I'm sure that's a Mega Aerodactyl. And you know what? We're gonna go for an Ice Beam right off the bat on Aerodactyl as well. Yep, Mega Aerodactyl. Okay, so we're gonna go for a turn 1 KO on that Aerodactyl, please. Please. Oh please, Fake Out's gonna go off on... no, Sylveon. Okay, interesting. Greninja's Ice Beam's gonna go off Protean right away. It becomes an Ice type, and it's going to Ice Beam. That is super effective. It does not go down, though, unfortunately. Rock Slide's gonna go off. Sylveon avoids the attack. It's just gonna hit Greninja. Gonna do a lot of damage, unfortunately enough. Yeah, it's gonna take it down to 1. And that's gonna eat up its Focus Sash. Sylveon flinched and couldn't move. Okay, it's an alright turn 1. We still have one poke that is at full HP, and it's pretty ridiculously powerful, so I'm in a good position. We're going to Gunk Shot Blastoise, because Aerodactyl I don't think has any priority moves that it's going to be able to use. Maybe we protect, maybe we should do that. Maybe we should protect. Yeah, I don't know what Aerodactyl has, to be honest, so we're gonna protect just because I don't know what it has. So Protean's gonna turn it into a normal type. Whoop-de-doo, who cares? And we're gonna protect. Aerodactyl used Sky Drop, took Sylveon into the sky. Excuse me, hello? Hello? What? 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 No, excuse me? I guess we're gonna Gunk Shot again, but that's strange. I'm not too sure exactly what to make. Sky Drop's gonna go off on... no, it's, okay, I see. Gunk Shot's gonna connect right now. Should do quite a bit. Okay, it didn't do... okay, it did poison, though. We're in a good position. Scald's gonna go off, I'm sure, on Greninja here. No, on Sylveon, another interesting choice, because that Hyper Voice is going to go off now, and that's going to eat both of them up. It's just going to eat them up. Aerodactyl goes down, and, of course, Blastoise survives, because that thing is a tank, but it doesn't survive with much room to spare, because that poison is just going to chip it away. So, it's going to have one more turn, and that is going to be it. That means that whatever comes out here, we might be able to get rid of as well with Greninja. So, right off the bat, Greninja's doing work for us here. Arcanine, gosh, I was hoping that we wouldn't have to deal with that. Intimidate's gonna go off, which means Gunk Shot's out of the question here. Oh, I don't know. Maybe we go for a wish. Maybe we go for the hyper voice. No, let's go for the wish. And I guess we can Dark Pulse just for some decent damage on Arcanine here. That's the only thing I can figure is Dark Pulse is gonna go off. It's gonna do not much, but it'll do a decent sum. Yeah, just a decent little amount. Flare Blitz gonna go off on Sylveon though. Hello. That's gonna KO. That sucks. We should have protected there. We should have protected, but we didn't, unfortunately enough. I can only figure that now Blast... Yeah, Scald. Okay. Okay, I see you, I see you. So we're about even now. We're about even now. Unfortunately, my Mega is not going to be able to deal with this Arcanine too well. Not too well at all, so we're going to bring out Lando and we're going to bring out Metagross. Because we have to. Oh, what else do we have to deal with now? That's what I'm worried about, is what else? Hydreigon? Well, I guess that's okay. I guess. I mean, it pretty much is the worst that could possibly happen, but it's all okay, I guess. Okay, I'm going to Rock Slide. EQ's just not safe. It just really isn't safe. And I think we're going to Protect as well. No, we need to go all in. We need to go all in because... Oh, dang, this is a bad situation. Zen Headbutt's just not going to work. We're going to go for a Meteor Mash, hopefully get the boosted attack with Hydreigon here. Assuming Arcanine doesn't KO right off the bat. We're going to Mega Evolve Metagross. I mean, that was just the obvious choice. Oh. Arcanine used Protect. Yep. So, we're going... Hopefully gonna survive the Dark Pulse here. Hopefully. No, what? Whoa. Oh, okay, 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 okay. I see you, I see you. Meteor Mash gonna go off on Hydreigon there. Oh my god, that KO'd. We got this, guys. We... Okay. I'm not exactly sure where that came from, but... Nevertheless, I am okay with it. Extreme Speed gonna go off on Lando here. And it survives. Yep, that's game. That's game. If it would have died, then... No, it still would have been game. Well, that's a good game. That was a good game. I did not know how that was gonna go. We had 2 glass cannons out. That was a little unnerving, but we did win, so it's good. I gotta say, I'm really liking Greninja on our team so far. It's worked out very, very well for that last match, and hopefully it'll go here for the next one too. So we're gonna go into our second match of the day. Redeeming ourselves from the failure that was the last match. Getting that rating back. Okay. Okay. See what we got to deal with. We didn't even have to go up against Virizion. I just realized that. Like, I was kind of just going back and forth like, oh, we could check Virizion. We didn't even need to worry about that, so... I guess that was kind of a moot point. Uh-oh, we got someone with 1478. That means we're probably gonna lose. Because it's funny, because every single time that's happened, I was like, oh, well, we might have a chance, and then it goes miserably wrong. Like, everything fails. It's a Greninja. And Bisharp, and oh man, I don't like this. I don't like this one bit, my friends. I do not like this one bit. We're gonna bring Dragonite for the Aegislash alone. We brought Kinkeldor just because it's gonna be all-purpose for this. We have to bring Greninja, we have to. Which, yeah, okay, okay. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. If they start Garchomp and Aegislash, then we probably lose, but if they start anything else, then I think we'll be okay. It's fairly possible that we'll be just fine if they do not start with Aegislash Garchomp. If they do, we're gonna have an issue. Because that means we're gonna have to raw switch 2 pokes, and that's really, really not a good idea. Or, well, to avoid being 2 down right off the bat, we'll have to raw switch 2 pokes. Rotom Bisharp. Okay, We can deal with that. We can deal with that. We have Lando and we have King Keldor. So we basically picked into counters for both of them, which is fantastic. Intimidate's going to go off, which means I don't think a Sucker Punch will end up KOing Lando here. But oh yeah, Defiant. Duh. Okay. Well, that means that Lando is going to go down this turn unless... Nope, it's going down this turn unless we switch out. So I guess we could switch out into Dragonite here. Because Dragonite I brought for Aegislash and Bisharp. And then the Sucker Punch won't go off. So we'll do that. Lando's going to go back. I'm sure the Sucker Punch was going off on Lando there. I'm almost 100% positive we're going to see a failed Sucker Punch. Protect! No! Okay. Okay, maybe a Will-O-Wisp? I don't even know. That... Yeah, alright. So, Will-O-Wisp on Dragonite here, that kinda sucks. That kinda sucks. But I suppose it's alright. We'll go for a Fire Punch on Bisharp, just get this out of the way, get rid of it. I don't care what we have to do, we need to get rid of it though, it needs to go away. Bisharp's gonna switch out. And what is it going to bring in? Aegislash, of course. Well, wait, that's good. That's good. Mach Punch isn't going to go off on it, but Fire Punch will. That's fantastic. Oh, but it didn't do anything. Well, that's upsetting. Will-O-Wisp going to go off on the King Keldor. It does not have guts. I don't know why you would possibly go for a Will-O-Wisp on King Keldor at this point. That just seems like asking for it at this point. Like, I don't know. That seems pretty strange to me. But fortunately for our opponent here, they're not going to have to worry about that at all. We're going to go for a knockoff on Rotom, I guess. No, we'll go for a knockoff on Rotom and a Fire Punch on Aegislash. Because I think that they're probably going to expect... No, wait, we're going to Dragon Dance. We're going to Dragon Dance. Probably going to see a King Shield from Aegislash. I'm just going to guess, because that's usually what happens. Okay, Protect on Rotom. Uh-oh. Dragon Dance, please let me just have the free setup turn, please. I don't know what Aegislash is planning to do, but this is a strange choice here. Knockoff, stance change. Oh, what's Shadow Ball? Hello. King Keldor's, ouch. King Keldor took some damage from that. Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, we did get the free setup turn from Dragonite there. I suppose that's alright, but we're taking so much chip damage from those burns. We really do need to get rid of the possibility of Rotom doing anything here. Really is not good. So I guess what we'll do here is we'll go for an extreme speed on Rotom, because we do have one setup on it. Maybe go for the double protect? I honestly don't know what they're going to do here. I really have no idea. I thought I had them pinned down, and they didn't. They were not pinned down. This is not good. We're in a pretty crappy position, my friends. Stance change, yes. Okay, so we did make the right decision. The King Shield's gonna go off, which means that we did have a free turn. Of course, Extreme Speed's gonna go off on the Rotom. That's gonna do a lot of damage. It was a crit. Overheat's gonna go off on Dragonite, I assume. No, King Keldor, just going for the kill if we can on King Keldor, but it doesn't actually happen. Wow, Knockoff's gonna go off on the Rotom. It's gonna bring it down to around half, yeah. And knocked off the Citrus Berry, which is just fantastic. I love it. Unfortunately, we're gonna lose King Keldor right now, which really bites. Did not want to lose King Keldor this early, to be honest. It really sets a bad tone for this, for just the match in general. But nevertheless, I do have another answer, hopefully. Greninja, if it decides to comply with, you know, everything here, we could probably go for a Dark Pulse and a Fire Punch and do a sizable amount of damage. And I think that's the only choice we really have at this point, is to do as much damage as we can with Aegislash here. Otherwise, I don't see this match going anywhere. Greninja's obviously going down to 1 HP this turn, or it's going to be broken and go down this turn. I mean, I can't see it happening any other way. It might be a Will-O-Wisp. No, Rotom uses Protect. Okay, cool. assuming that we're just going to be going for the obvious choice here, but the Fire Punch is going to go off. That did a lot more than it did before, and it was a crit. Okay, Dark Pulse is going to go off now. Transform into Dark type, and it goes off. Aegis Slash goes down. Yes! Okay, we're back in this, guys. We are back in it. Dragonite, again, just taking so much chip damage. That really, really sucks, but I guess we just have to deal with it. So, I'm sure they were not expecting the Dark Pulse, to be completely honest. I normally wouldn't expect that. I would expect a Hydro Pump instead of Dark Pulse. Bisharp's gonna come out. Okay, interesting choice, because the only thing I could see happening is a Sucker Punch on Dragonite to ensure that nothing happens, to be honest. I don't see anything else happening here. But we're gonna go for it anyways, because we have to, because if they think that I'm gonna do this in response to the Sucker Punch, then they'll go for the, or no, they won't go for the Sucker Punch. So then we'd waste a turn and probably lose Dragonite anyway. So we're gonna go for the Bisharp Fire Punch here. Bisharp's used Sucker Punch on Dragonite, yeah. Figured as much, although it did kill. Whew. Oh man, Gunk Shot's it should KO though. No, wait, it won't. I lied. No. No! Okay, so that broke the sash. I wish that would have poisoned. That would have been just perfect. That would have been absolutely perfect. Kang's gonna come out. That actually kind of wraps up the match, to be honest. Lando's not going to be able to do enough damage to Kang for it to count, and Bisharp's just going to eat it alive. It's going to suck. It is going to suck. Defiant's just going to raise its attack again, and... okay. Well, it was a good try. We won one other match, so it's okay. It's alright that we lost one. You win some, you lose some, you know? So we're just gonna do the obvious things here. Obviously, we're gonna see a double Sucker Punch. Or a fake out Sucker Punch, I guess, would also be possible, but it would be kind of pointless at this point. Fake out, I would assume Greninja. No, Lando, okay. Gonna go for the Sucker Punch again. Alright. And that's a crit. Well, it was a nice try. It was a good effort. We did well the first round, the second round not so much, but you know. I told you guys, I told you right at the start of the match, I was like, oh, it's not looking too good, but you know, I guess you win some, you lose some. Sucker Punch obviously gonna go off and almost take it down, not quite, but we are gonna see another Sucker Punch. And that will take it down. Because Bisharp is just terrible. It is awful. In the best way possible. So we lost against Walter. That's going to wrap this one up, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. Again, if you have any suggestions, comments, questions, just drop them below. I will see you guys tomorrow with yet another episode of Battle Spot Blast. And, yeah, that about wraps up. So I'll see you guys next time. Have a fantastic day wherever you are. Peace. See you in the next video.